What's going on, team? Welcome back along to Global Rugby Manager here on your home of rugby, where the Invercargill Invaders are continuing their search up the leaderboard. It is round number 7 and we are up against the Bangor Raptors. Now, if you've been tuning into the series in the most recent weeks, you know we've got a few injury concerns going into this game as well. We'll get to them as we get through the game, but the Raptors are a side ahead of us quite considerably on the ladder. But the last couple of weeks, you may have noticed, we have been at our very, very best. We've got a couple of wins on the trot. We're now on the road, and we are looking to put the three-peat on the board, and that will drastically change our season as well. The Raptors, however, have just lost the line out, and we are looking to upset the apple cart here into this late stage of the season. Of course, the Invaders, if you're just tuning in and new to the series, we are playing in our away strip today, which is the red and yellow on your left side, up against the Raptors in the red and black, the darker tone red on your right side. It was check. That's right, the Invaders' key man has found support, and Duplessis, he's already! Simon Van and Duplessis scores! We've hardly got through the pleasantries, and Griffith was check. Finds support, and I think it was Clyde Edwards who slipped it beautifully and perfectly to Simon Van der Duplessis. Here is Sam Cooper having a bit of a charge. We've got advantage for a knock-on, and we have started like a house on fire. Of course, Gossard is back in the team, and he has just spilt his first touch at the back. We've got a couple of guys returning, of course, as well, but I know Mark Collis out tonight, as well as Louis Pachala, as we come wide to Clyde Edwards. Fans away one, but he's isolated. That is lost ball. The Raptors get advantage. He did not release the ball in the tackle, and that goes to the home team with a penalty to clear their own half and get themselves back in a much more attacking position. What a start to this match, though. We're less than 5 minutes in. We've got ourselves a converted try. The young gun, Simon Van der Duplessis, is tearing things up, and we are looking pretty good here early on against the Raptors, but it's still an 80-minute game, however, and we can quickly lose it as a forward pass goes floating into touch from Meyer, and we will have a scrum feed. This is going to be an interesting area. Do we stay down? Thank goodness we do. It's quickly out to Duplessis, who hammers it long. Great kick from Simon Van der. Puts them back under pressure. Back inside their own half, back towards their own 22. It's a really poorly positioned line out by us here. We didn't read that at all very well as it's kicked away from Williams. Here is Gossard, gets away from one. And he is a danger man at the back for the Invaders, is Bartmoley Gossard. Away it goes to Wozczyk, gets a bit of a rush kick away, but it's not bad. It's very good indeed, and it's gone nicely again. And that midway, 10-metre line 22. And puts more pressure on the Raptors, whose line out now operating better after that early loss, as Williams has run straight and too far. We let him run a long way, and Harris has a pick and go. The Raptors trying to force their way now into our half, and they've come wide. It's another missed pass. Faianga this time trying to find his left winger, and the fullback is off the money as the Invaders float to the back, and we miss it completely, and Duplessis runs through and grabs it. Here's Ross Taras, of course, he's in for the place of Louis Pachala, and of course Shackle Nicholas is in there as well for Mark Collis as we swing it to left side. Gage Carter, brilliant work there as he shimmies back in field, looks to find the gap. We are looking good on attack here as Leon Richards has another go, and the Invaders sizing up some room down this left-hand side. Doing well, retaining possession, a flat pass, just about finding a space through there. Nicholas just not getting the ball at the right time. Again, we keep it flat as we change our lines. It's Gossard! Oh, that would have been beautiful. Gossard slicing through like a hot knife through the block of butter. And if we could have linked up, we could have been celebrating our second try as we head towards the 10-minute mark, and not much better time than now as this is going to go. Didn't go. Is it dead? Is it out? It's out. That is a superb kick. But we're on the money at the front of the line out yet again, and Duplessis gets the ball, he delivers it long. And we will reset from here. 9 minutes in, we lead 7-0. And the Raptors now through their best chance to attack, as that is a terrible line out by them, but they've come away with the ball. We'll resume shortly with more highlights. It's the only 10 minutes. We're off to a good start, are the Invaders, and it just gets better. Oh wow, this makes things very interesting here. The Raptors have just got an advantage for a hands in the ruck / not releasing the breakdown from Basketball Gossard chasing back a kick. They've got it on their side. They're in our 22. They've got advantage, and this could be a real chance for them to fire back at the Invaders. Can they do it though? Let's see what they can manage. We are almost 16 minutes in now since you are last joined. This is good, almost 10 minutes or so as they come out to the right hand side as Webb has a bit of a go. They've gone backwards a couple of metres here as Parry goes back. It's a drop goal attempt. Well, they've got advantage, but they've taken 3 off the open play, not from the tee. Wesley Williams with the nice kick at goal, and that puts them on the board at least, but that is still a trailing scoreline. That's a knock on there too by the Raptors, and the Invaders now could hit straight back. That 3 points though could make a massive difference to both of these sides. As Gossard looks for the offload, he can't quite tee it up, and we've lost the ball. We'll reset for a scrum as we head towards the 20-minute mark. They've got an injury as well. Now, I can't quite make out that's the front row or the second row. It's in the front row. Looks like their hooker is Waschek. Has a bit of a hammer away at their line. They're going to go to this far side. We've not much room to work with, but very good play there from Philip Muhammad. Yes, injury to the hooker. There he is. It's going to be a concern for them. It's number 3, I think. It's a tight head prop as Gossard tries to go down the short side. A quick little sniping play there from the fullback up in the line. Fired out. Duplessis goes short to Carter, who just cuts through them again, but stopped in the second wave of defending players. Gossard goes wide. Josh Evans takes on 2. Can't get the ball out as again it comes back for Bondesio. Out to Duplessis, just on a poor match up there. The big man wipes him out. Evans is taking a while to get up, but he's not injured, so we're okay. It's a fat pass, goes wide, and Phil Muhammad goes to the touch. A little bit too predictable there from the Invaders, and what would have been a great chance to score has gone down as a wasted opportunity. I expect the Raptors now will set this up for a couple of phases and boot it long. When they get a chance, here it comes, yes, and Kamara will do exactly that. As the Invaders will now look to reset things from 50 metres out. We are still ahead though, only by 4 points. It's 7 points to 3. The Invaders still doing it over the Raptors, but it is a fairly even game, this one. Well, believe it or not, we are early into the second half already. 44 minutes gone. The scoreline still remains at 7 points to 3. We've got a good set piece, which we have just swiftly lost the ball to, and we've got trouble defending on that far side as well. Maybe something on for us there. We could have done it from the set piece. We were under the pump for a long time on our own line, but managed to get a penalty to clear it away. It's good run, Evan Davis. Pops it inside nicely to Webb, and Webb will score it. No, yes, he will. Wow, that was a bit confusing. Didn't know whether he was going to pass it away or whether he was going to go alone. He did keep hold of the ball, and that kept the defence at bay, and the Bangor Raptors take the lead for the first time. The conversion from Williams is good as well, and that puts them ahead by that fateful 3 points. I never liked that 3-point difference. You always got to have 7+ to really make your claim for a victory. We trail now for the first time too. Can we turn this into some points back our way? This is going to be a close game. No matter what way you look at it, we had a great start, a massive stalemate through the middle period of this game. Now we are steering directly at the 50th minute almost. 1 to go. Here's Clyde Edwards with a real chance. He's done very well actually. He's cut back in nicely off his wing and found a bit of space off the touchline, which is good because we retain position again. Duplessis to Waschek. Now we fire it through our back line with a little bit more intent than we've seen in the match so far. We've got to find a hole though. We've got to find that overlap. That's not bad. It's Phil Muhammad, the danger man. He's gone into touch. Phil's been in great form in the last couple of weeks. Even named one of the episodes against him having great touch as well. Here is Webb, the big try scorer. Big tackle there on Williams. Great work in the back. I think Ross Taras has put in a real clinic of a tackle there. But somehow the pass still gets away to Kamara. They reset it, have another go. They managed to clear their lines to the Raptors. I would love for us to do something special right now and to put ourselves back in the lead. A double whammy of tries. The Invaders, historically, really good finishes throughout the match. We can often stutter at the start and then kind of meander our way through the game, and then if we're still in it, that's a great run too as well from Watschek as we find support back for Gossard. They just couldn't get the wheels rolling. Off the point there completely. Here's Potgieter, of course, playing a hooker. Yes, I forgot about that change completely. Potgieter, a hooker. Yes, and now we're getting some momentum going forward with Gage Carter, the youngster at hooker. The problem is you make these changes a week before the game and we're going to lose that pill. We are, damn it, we are losing the ball when we really need it the most. And again, Kamara goes long. Will he get it over the head? No! Well taken by Muhammad at the back. He's in a bit of danger, but good backing up there from, looked like Gage Carter. A poor pass from Gossard puts massive pressure on the man which talked about Potgieter at the back, and we've just lost a good 50 metres. Not what we wanted to happen at all, but Gage Carter, the cool, calm head of the back line, kicks long, sorts things out. And now we have a go to attack them without offence. If we can win this line out, it would be good, but we can't. And I expect they'll do it again. They'll set it up, they'll kick it long, and they'll be happy to play that territory game. We are just 52 minutes into the game. We've not got long left. It's a knock-on by the Raptors. I mean, we've pretty much gone through that first half of just stalemate rugby. So let's see what we can do. Nothing. We've lost it. We've just lost it. The ball is going everywhere. I don't know actually whose penalty this is. Of course, it is ours. Way back. Scrum, steady, very good invaders. I love it when our scrum stays together as du Plessis. Wow, this kid is electric. He's lost the ball here where he's almost too good for his support players around him. And this time it is Knight that kicks it long. Is the referee going to deem advantage over? No, he is not. Penalty kick for the Raptors, and that is nowhere near good a kick as what we've seen from the last one. But they will get the throw onto the line out. Put pressure on the front. Good work there, but it doesn't quite come our way. Great turn there from Williams, but he spilt the ball. And the invaders go on the attack again. Brocky goes across, sets up far side. A lot of numbers here. A lot of players we can work with. It's a great run from Gage Carter. Support. Get there. Oh, Josh Evans. Yes! The big open side flanker will dot down right next to the sticks. Gage Carter, beautiful work, finding who else but the perfect player there backing up Josh Evans right there, as any good flanker is, to put it down. Great offload as well, Gage Carter, and that is just what we wanted. Now, we need to put this one away. We've still got 24 minutes or so to go. Great run there from Sam Cooper too, by the way. Excellent work. The lead of 4 is back, and the bonus point thrillers that we're used to seeing. That's great hold-up play too from Josh Evans. He's having a fantastic game. We are running a bit deeper here, which is almost getting us in trouble. Good flat ball there to Ross Taras. But if we can hold this out, it'll be very good. We're going to kick finally. We do. Du Plessis happy with his positioning, and that is a great kick as well. Oh my goodness me. Du Plessis is a gem. He has changed this team massively. And we almost steal the line out as well. That would have been a real icing on the cake. They're going to go short, they do. As predictable as readable, we almost get in there to snaffle the ball away. Now they'll kick. Infield. That's a surprise. They've put this on a platter for no one. Clyde Edwards had a double go at it. And oh, Gossard is cut in half. That is a crunching tackle by the Raptors defence. Not too much longer to go. Really 22 minutes. Maybe we will see how this goes. This attack is looking promising. Zangetti floats it wide to Richards. Oh, Richards! The bulldozer! Just gets rid of 2 defenders. Amazing work by the second row there. Here is Du Plessis, a little isolated. Probably wanted to get a bit more friends there. We've got to keep this one on our side. Quick hands. Finds it to Phil Muhammad once more. We'll see where this attack goes, and then we'll reconvene in either the last 10 minutes or when the next score goes our way, or their way for that matter. We won't be too unlikely or unfriendly to not give them that ball. Here's Nicholas doing a good job of being in support there and finding the slicing gap. We are working super hard to get ourselves in a good position as this was check. Again, very good hold-up play there by the inside centre. Strong runner and put his body on the line to keep that alive. Cutting back is Potgieter. Again, does well. Gets support there nicely. Short one to Van der Merwe. Did not want that at all. But somehow we hang on to it. Bonicio, nice ball back inside again. Puketa, got support, Puketa. Where's the on-front? Oh no, he's dropped it. It's picked up by Evans. Josh Evans. Oh, put him in the All-Stars. What a play from Joshua Evans. I don't know what the All-Stars are, but that was a classy play by a classy number 7. Puketa running a picture-perfect line off the run of Gossard, and then the offload to Evans, who just took no regard whatsoever to the defenders around him and put that one away. Look at this play. We are on fire as du Plessis goes long, puts it into touch in their half, and sets us up beautifully to once again put pressure on their line-out. They've got to kick this. They've got to kick long. And who's there? But Gossard, who's made an error. He loses a little bit of ground, but it's still in our possession. Running straight and hard is Phil Muhammad. If we clear this, I'll be happy. There we go. Let's move on. It's du Plessis. He's got a thunderous punt. Just about got it away too. Kamara did very well. Very good work there. 21-10, however. We are in the last 20 minutes. We've got a turnover. Excellent work there. I think that was Zangetti. Rocky. Oh, du Plessis. We are turning it up a notch here, boys. Again, Brock. Do we kick? Do we go for the territory battle? We're going to go the short runner. Oh, it's written in the stars, and it's Puketa. He's having a storming game. The decision to put him in is coming up trumps for us with a couple of old guys that have just been sitting around this team, sitting in a hooker. Now we've changed the guard. As changing of the guard, talk about Gage Carter to Phil Muhammad. Oh, he's the fastest man on the field. He just didn't have the room. Poor pass. The crowd don't like it either. Of course, they are the Raptors faithful. Their team's behind by 11. Put another one down here, boys, and it is all over. But we cough it up. That's a shame. That's a real shame. They'll kick this away, and it'll go back for the scrum. 62 and a bit gone. We're going to go forward now. I'll re-meet you guys in the final 10 minutes unless we have some more scorers, so I'll see you there. We are almost 74 minutes into this matchup, and we've got a great attacking line now with a beautiful ball of one check. Finding Gage Carter, recorrects himself and dots down under the sticks. 4 tries, bonus point, wins in the bag. Bring it home, Invaders. This is perfect rugby by us. What a changing of the guard this season is. Simon van der du Plessis, Gerhard Puketa, all the big guns are now starting to come to fruition. We will watch these last 4 minutes. I wasn't expecting that try to happen quite that easily. I thought we'll have this chance. There's 7 or so, 6-7 minutes to play. We'll just watch out the rest of the game. We've nailed it straight off that line out. You couldn't ask for a better start to a stanza of highlights. 28-10, and after one stage we were trailing 10-7 with about half an hour or so to go. What was it, 5 or 10 minutes into the second half? What a changing in the game this has been. Look at us go. Look at this fluid play. Phil Muhammad wasn't even back. He was turning around. He just got the ball thrown at him. Such is the confidence of the team at the moment. We are playing with wit. We are playing with confidence. And we are playing with the ability to beat anyone at the moment. This is great work. Such a far cry from a few weeks ago where we couldn't beat ourselves out of a plastic bag. Now we are beating the best of the teams and putting in performances like that from Jacqueline Nicholas. This is not even our best team. Remember, we've got stars like Louis Pichella, Mark Collis to come back in. Those guys make a big, big difference. But boy, let me tell you something. These guys tonight have stood up to the test of the Raptors. That gives me much confidence as well, because this is a good team inside that top 4, and now we are cooking with gas as well. What a difference a guy like du Plessis has made to the side. His attacking ability, his thunderous punt is a great joy to behold. And as I say that, has been dropped, but not knocked on by Washek. Support is there as he rumbles his way through. Sam Cooper's on hand as well. We are just destroying their defence at the moment. Jacqueline Nicholas, Dallas Ross Tars! The Baldies combine! The bald substitution pairing. Look at this, fluid. That was That was great to watch. It didn't quite come off, but how they just ran through and threw that big pass, the looping plays. I love to see it. We've got a minute to go. We are in control. This game is ours, and I can say this season we have not been in such a comfortable position in a match. And this is a game that would have been tough no matter where we sat on the table. Goodness me. Gossard flew through there. He left the ball behind, and now there's a chance out wide for Knight. Great tackle, Clyde Edwards. They've got advantage. They can have it. They can wind down that clock because we have the W. We've got the bonus point as well, and the Raptors are going home. Nothing for them at all. Referee blows whistle for the penalty. This will wind down the clock as they're going to kick for touch. 80 minutes is up, but I still think we're going to get a restart because he kicked it before the 80 minutes was up. What's his ref going? No, he says no. Oh, that's a bit of a hurtful play there on the Raptors. I feel they should have got that line now, but Gage Carter, man of the match. What a performance by the Invercargill Invaders. We did a perfect performance in that second half. We were under the pump. We were trailing 10 points to 7 after about 50 minutes of the game, yet we stormed our way back. And like I said earlier on the piece, when we were just working our way slowly into the game, we are a side that really excels as the game wears on. And what a start it was, a minute 30 on the board when Simon van der Duplessis went sliding under the sticks. We really did come good at the end. It was great to see Gossard back in the team. We've seen so many good chances for us as well. It was a great performance by the Invaders. Let's see who stood out for us though in this epic performance by our side. 28 points to 10. I'll take that every day of the week, even on Sundays. We dominated possession of that 67 to 33. Territory was 60-40 as well. We made half the tackles, exactly half the tackles, and we missed less than half as well. So 35 by the Raptors, just 15 by the Invaders. 4 tries to 1, and finally we kind of turned a dominant display on the stats into a dominant display on the scoreboard as well, which is something we've struggled to do all season long. What else happened here? Handling errors were fairly close, 9 to 6. Offloads, we're getting better at those. We had way more attacking rucks. Everything went our way. We played really, really well. We stole a couple more lineouts as well. We didn't get any injuries as far as I'm aware. And we spent a lot of time in the red zone. To be fair, they spent a lot of time in our red zone too. But let's credit our defence. They were on top of the game tonight, and they were the real winners. Gates Carter, man of the match. 5 points, obviously, for his try. Got a try assist and made 4 tackles as well. Nothing too special there from Gage, but let's give it to him. Man of the match. What was his rating to get man of the match as well? A 67. I mean, we didn't play phenomenally well as a single individual player, but have a look at that right-hand column there on your screens right now. We played phenomenally well as a team. I think a lot of the time, this game does reward you playing well as a team, rather than having one standout individual brilliant player as well, which can make a difference, but ultimately a squad performance is much, much better. Our front row, very good. And what pleases me the most is Gerhard Portgieter. He played a 42.3, which I'm going to double check after this match, but I do think is our best performance by a hooker in a number of seasons. So really good from the youngster to come storming in, not miss a tackle, do everything right. He conceded a penalty, that's okay, but to play a 40 plus is superb. His propping partners to the left and right of him, 35 for Van der Merwe and the 31 for the replacement Nicholas. Into the second row, wow, these guys were brilliant, weren't they? Lucas Zangetti with a very good 43 and Leon Richards with an outstanding 54. The back row. This is where we excel a lot of the time. When these guys show up, we are amazing. Ross Taras with a 48.1. Josh Evans. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 66.4. And big old Sammy Cooper with a 56.3. Into the back line, Brock had another steady game of 31.2. But it was Simon van der Duplessis, the youngster, again. 3 defenders beaten, averaged 3.6 running metres. Phil Muhammad averaged a boatload of running metres. We'll get to him in a second. But a 45.9, 13 points in total. Great game by the young number 10. Into our midfield, Wozciak, very good with a 63.4. He is such a key cog in this Invaders lineup. Outside him, Gage Carter, another very key cog, picking up 6.1 metres per run, and of course beating 6 defenders as well. He had a fantastic game. Man of the match, 67.2. On the wings, Phil Muhammad, we talked about already, 7.7 metres from his 22 runs, which is a mammoth effort as well to get number 11 on the wing. Getting 22 runs throughout the game is amazing. Clyde Woodard, on the other hand, got half that with just 12, and he only averaged a 31, but it was a good match by Phil Muhammad, 42, and at the back, Bartwali Gossard back from injury as well, getting a 38.4. Overall, couldn't be happier. Quickly, how did the Raptors play? Well, both their props got injured, but still, some good performances through here, 50s and 60s. No doubt Webb was very close to man of the match as well. So let's just say in this one, we had a really good matchup. As a squad, we played well. Our opponents were very good too, but they had a bit of bad luck in those injuries and just didn't quite have that ability to finish off in the end. And we'll take this one. We will take this one to the bank 100%. 3 in a row on the trot. The three-peater wins. Okay, team, it is a good week to be in an Invercargill Invaders camp. I can tell you that we now have rescued our season from 3 losses and a draw, and our opening 4 games to now 3 wins, 3 losses and a draw, which looks a lot better from my perspective. We've stormed our way up to 5th position now, and we are right there, equal on points with the Birmingham Zulu, who we beat, the Durban Dolphins, I'm pretty sure we beat the first week, and of course now we are there on 20, but don't get too ahead of yourself, everyone here. The Bengal Raptors, who we just beat. So we've actually beaten 3rd, 4th, and 6th, and we said 5th. That is absolutely brilliant. The Raptors, however, don't let them get out of your sight. They're on 19, as are the Mounties as well. So real congestion now as we have stormed back into contention and actually have given the teams around us some losses that they wouldn't have been expecting following our opening season form. It is still the team speed at the top, though. The Canterbury Patriots, who actually faced the Hawke's Bay Sharks, and by the looks of things, it was a bad night for CJ's boys. The Zulu are still there. We're all tied up. Our points differential doing us no favours from our early season form. Dolphins are in 4th. We're 5th. The Raptors, the Mounties, the Dingo, who are starting to actually, much like us, storm back into their season. Now, of course, they beat us. And that is what started the Dingo comeback. They are now 3 wins, 4 losses as well. And then it's the Hamilton Hornets and the Durban Commandos who round out the foot of the table. Those 2 guys doing poorly at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we are the team that drew with the Hornets, so we can't really talk too much. In round 7, these are the results. Yeah, the Hawke's Bay Sharks had a shocker, 45-14, down by these absolutely just destructive Patriots here who are destroying everyone in this division. The Mounties snuck past the Dolphins, and of course the Invaders, as you just saw, took out the Raptors. The Commandos absolutely walloped by the Dingo, and the Zulu giving a big win over the Hamilton Hornets. Next round, round 8, we are back at home in a big game against the Cape Town Mounties. This is huge because these guys that we spoke about are on 19 points. We've got to get the win or our season is in jeopardy of finishing down in these bottom spots. Then into the final round, we will be coming up against the Durban Commandos, who are dead last. Now, that is a must-win, no questions. But let's be fair about this season. We've got to go undefeated for the rest of the year to make this one a good one. A 5-win, 3-loss, 1-draw record will be the only thing that will be acceptable by the Invaders board this season. After the start we had, what a comeback that would have been as well. Well, it's all doom and gloom, all bad news for us. We've come back very, very nicely. Right, what's happening with the squad? We've got injury returns as well. Mark Collis comes back to the tight end side of the front row. And then, of course, at number 6, the big boy, Louis Pachala, comes back into number 6. How impressed were you with this guy? Gerhard Bogita. Just loved his performance here tonight. He was brilliant. Really did stand up nicely. Not as good overall as guys like we've had Kikuchi in there. And, of course, on the bench is still Petrescu. 2 points overall better. But tell you what, I will take Mr. Potgieter any time of the week at the moment because he is playing some other rugby currently for us. So I'm really happy with what we've seen from him. We've got really good performances coming out from this guy, Simon Fanadupasi as well. And I'm looking forward to getting guys like Ross Taris will move back to the bench. But really these other youngsters. Torres Pretorius, another one I want to get into the team at some point as well. And the depth at prop with Martin Morton, who is really pushing at the heels of Jacqueline Nicholas to be on the bench. We have some great depth coming through this team, and we are ready for everything. The team's looking good. We've got the one retiree this season, which is Brock Bondesio, who was such an integral part of this club for all of his career. He departs us, but we are well situated in the bench with guys like Carrot Scarity. He is 1 on 85 overall rated, very good player, and Cullum Davis as well, which is a guy we got from a youth player. So pretty much everything is covered, and we are looking good now after a pretty poor confident start to our season. That does wrap up today's episode of GRM. However, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed the matchup as well. We are very much happy with where we sit currently in the situation of our season after such a poor start. We are now looking like the contenders that we thought we would be. As always, huge thanks to the guys at GRM for supporting the videos on the channel. Of course, if you're new around here, you can get involved in the game by going to globalrugbymanager.com, and it's free to play. Sign up there, get the client, and you too can join in with the invaders. Also, if you like watching GRM and you think you might want to play something similar to Global Rugby Manager, but actually play the team, not manage it, you need to go on Steam and check out Rugby Champions. That is a new game coming out using a GRM engine where you guys can actually play as the teams. Go check out the video on my channel. I'll leave in the description a link to that video as well. Go check that out. It is an awesome little video, a great little game as well. So if you think you might be into that, go have a look at that one. But as always, thanks for tuning into this one. I'll see you for the next one. And until then, thanks for watching and take care.